Apple stock has more than doubled in value this year. Can it continue at this unheard of pace? What about Tesla? They have climbed almost 6 times their value since March of this year. This cannot possibly continue at this rate. Or can it? How should new investors approach the market? Have they already missed out? All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, and volunteer paramedic. This video was inspired by you guys asking about comments of what tools I use to invest and what stocks I currently am investing my money in. Now, if you watched my video on August 17th where I covered Meet Kevin's stock picks, you would have seen me purchase 25 additional shares of Apple, bringing my holdings up to about 127 shares. I really hope that you guys followed my suggestion and purchased Apple, as they are up nearly $40 since I recorded that video, making that one purchase I did with you an additional $1,000 in profit since last week. Collectively, my entire Apple portfolio is up about $5,000 since last week. Okay, so why do I bring this up? Is this to brag? No, not really. In fact, I have a relatively small portfolio compared to someone like Meet Kevin or Graham Stephan. No, the reason why I mention this is to show that in less than 2 years, I have built a stock portfolio of over $500,000, and you can do the same thing. Now today, I'm going to create a brand new brokerage account with you and invest $250, and then we will set up automatic investments. I'm going to take you through this step by step through the process so that you can make your initial investment and put them onto autopilot. Then, you know what? As you gain a little bit more experience, you can take over the controls and tweak your investments to meet your exact needs. Or, if you want, you can just leave it on autopilot. Now, one thing to remember, I'm not a stockbroker, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just some dude on the internet. So you should definitely consult with individuals that actually have certifications so they can advise you. Or, said another way, these are my stock selections, it's what I invest in. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. Either way, don't sue me. Now, before we get started, remember that Webull is giving away 2 free stocks, with one of those stocks being valued up to $1,400 when you deposit $100 into their brokerage account. Now, please make sure that you use the link down in the description to get your 2 free stocks. Doing so also helps us support this channel. Okay, now I'm going to be honest. There is one feature, or more accurately, the lack of one feature, that really prevents me from using Webull as my main investing platform. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love them and use them, and we'll make a video in the future showing you guys how to take advantage of Webull and use it to your advantage. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a different platform called M1 Finance, because they have a few features that, in my opinion, put them on top, especially for new investors that are just getting started. Now, yes, I know there are thousands of videos on YouTube showing how M1 Finance works, but honestly, most of those videos only review them because of the affiliate money they make. Now, yes, if you open an account with my link, I make a few dollars, and I hope you use my link. But honestly, the reason why I'm recommending them here is not because of that, more is it's because of their automatic investing options that will make it so easy for new investors to get started. Now, I'm going to cover that all in detail when we open our account. I just want you to know how much I love how their automatic investments work. You can choose to make deposits after payday or whenever works for you and your finances, with the comfort of knowing that investing is handled automatically for you. Plus, and this is the best part, they're free. Yep, that's right. They are completely free. Now, of course, they have some premium services you could pay extra for, but everything that I'm going to show you today can be done with their free account. Okay, I've talked enough about it, so why don't we go ahead and open up our account. Clicking on the link in the description will bring up this page that looks like this. Then you will be able to click on the Invest in this Pie button, which will bring up a simple form for you to log into. They will send you an email to verify your email address, and once you log in, you will be presented with your dashboard. Now, you're going to need to provide them with a copy of your state-issued license and your utility bill to verify who you are. That's what this yellow bar is. You're going to see the same thing when you first log in. Once your account has been verified, you will be able to purchase the stocks that I recommend today. Now, if for whatever reason it did not automatically import my suggested portfolio, you can always click on the link on the description again, and this will allow you to subscribe to the suggested portfolio. And this is something that M1 calls pies. This is something that is really cool about M1 Finance, as they allow you to subscribe to multiple pies as part of your investment. For example, you can say, I really like Steven's suggestions. I'm going to allocate 10% of my portfolio to his ideas. Then you can also subscribe to other pies that meet your needs specifically. An investment in my pie of $100 a year ago would have returned 55% growth. Now, of course, do not expect this every single year, as tech stocks have boomed this period. But I still think they have a very strong chance of continuing to grow nicely over the next few years and decades. So what exactly is in my pie, and why do I recommend them? First, I have VOO, which is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. With this one single investment, I am able to get a very small slice of every one of the top 500 companies in the United States. If I could only choose one investment, it would most definitely be the S&P, because it has averaged just under 10% return every year if you have invested for at least 10 years. Or said another way, a one-time investment of $10,000 10 years ago would be worth $33,452.37. In my pie, I have allocated 40% of my total investments towards the S&P. Moving down the list, I also have the Global X Super Dividend US ETF. This is an excellent ETF that invests in stocks and bonds that pay a dividend to you every single month. Keep in mind, dividends are taxed at a higher rate, but that's a little bit more of an advanced discussion that we will cover in a future video. Personally, for me, since I have a smaller percentage in this dividend ETF, it's not going to affect my taxes too much, so I don't really worry about it. I put the majority of my dividend stocks into tax advantage accounts like Roth IRAs. You can watch my video on how to use a Roth IRA or other tax advantage accounts. The link is in the description and also in the card above. The rest of my stocks, I'm going to hit kind of quickly. 7% in Tesla, 5% each in Amazon, Apple, and Global X Computing, 4% in Microsoft, and 3% in Global X Infrastructure. More on that in a few minutes. Then I have a few small percentages in Berkshire Hathaway, that's Warren Buffett's company, BP, Chevron, Costco, Exxon, Walmart, and others. So why did I choose these stocks? Well, let's break them into a few buckets. The tech stocks, Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, and the Global X Cloud Computing ETF, that's one that tracks hundreds of tech companies automatically for you, all have had tremendous growth and in the long term have great possibility for stability for the foreseeable future. I firmly believe that these guys will continue to be dominant and profitable for decades to come. Now, that being said, it is essential to realize that many investors that purchased Tesla at $400 a share, a few months ago, or Apple at $200, will probably sell some of their stocks right now and take a little bit of profit off the table. This is completely normal whenever a stock's value increases so much in a very short time. So it's pretty likely that these stocks may drop 1, 2, 3, 5, 10%, maybe a little more in the short term, but I feel in the long term, these guys are going to bounce back and it is going to be a great investment. And I will most likely never regret investing in them. I also chose to invest in American Tower Corp because they own cell phone towers and real estate worldwide that stand to profit tremendously from 5G rollouts. Chevron, BP, Exxon have been hit so hard by the financial crisis brought on by the pandemic. Now, putting politics aside for a minute, I am not choosing sides. Remember, this is a finance channel, not a politics channel. If Donald Trump is reelected for a second term, expect to see these oil and stock energy prices double or triple in value. If, on the other hand, Joe Biden wins the election, both he and his running mate have vowed to destroy the oil industry. Now, once again, putting politics aside of who you want to win or who I want to win, this discussion only considers what is the likelihood of either side winning and how to best position in investments. This is why I'm investing about 6% of my stock portfolio in these energy stocks. It's a high enough percentage to enjoy very nice returns if Trump does win, but not high enough to cause any financial harm to myself if Biden wins. Alright, we've covered enough about the stocks in my account enough. Now it's time to actually fund our account and start making some money together. So what you guys need to do is go up to the very top and click on the Bank Connection tab and add your bank information. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you guys my checking account information because, come on now. Anyways, it's a very simple process. Once your bank account is authorized, you'll be able to deposit money to get started. I recommend let's start with $250 to get started. Then we can set up automatic deposits. Now, if possible, I suggest you follow the same amounts that I do. But, of course, if you can add more, go for it. If you need to cut it back a little bit, do whatever works for you and your budget. Now that we've made our deposit, that money will sit into the account and will be used during the next available trading window, which for free users, remember, we're free accounts right now, the next trading window will be the next business morning at 9:30 a.m. The money will automatically be divvied up based upon the percentages you set up in your pies. So if you just follow my pie, you already saw the numbers. If you decide to add additional slices from other people's pies, your number will be split equally based upon what you have in your pie. Either way, each month I'm going to show you guys how these stocks that I have selected are doing, and we can track our progress together. If you found this information useful, please make sure you share this video on your social media accounts with all of your friends. Doing so really helps us support this channel, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.